2:30. I like to get in here. I like to call myself on that, but not work.
One of the hardest workers in the league, Jimmy Butler. Well, you were in the run when you played as hard as Jimmy Butler does.
Pressure to make diamonds and bust life. That's who we are.
Here is Olynyk. Wanamaker is on him outside, figured out.
There's such a great off-ball movement here. They have great cutters, they play on a string, and that's why they utilize those weapons.
Hero, for the Heat. How about the ball movement?
This Miami Heat offense is based on ball player movement, player screens, back screens, multiple pick and rolls. You know, their identity in Miami is hustle.
Boy, say it up. You jump on the sand. On my stream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm not on Twitch.
Such a great off-ball movement here. They have
Trade was made for Andre Iguodala because of his ability to play down the stretch of ball games, his presence on the offensive and defensive end, his high IQ, and he has not disappointed. Timely plays, time and time again for this Heat team. Needed it most, especially tonight. Most career playoff games, active players, LeBron James lead, but look who's in second. Andre Iguodala. Iguodala in the series prior to tonight had 8 points total. In the playoffs, he's only averaging 3 points per game, but he's had 14 tonight. That's the most he scored all season. Now, he hadn't played until February, until Memphis traded him to Miami. Well, what a performance here in Game 6 so far. Jason Tatum for three. And Grant Williams was out of bounds when he touched it, so it's going to be Miami ball. And you know what, Mike? You can't overreact when you have game plan decisions. And if I'm Andre Iguodala, or just like if I was playing against me, I'm going to give that shot to me. And if you're the Celtics, you can't overreact. Trust that ultimately the numbers will play out, continue to be solid.
And what they've done by inserting Grant Williams is getting into a switching lineup 1 through 5.
Duncan Robinson in and out.
But with this group for Boston, Grant Williams is going to have to hurt him on the offensive boards.
Kemba Walker, the drive, sneaks inside, gets it a fall. Walker playing with 4 fouls. He now has 11 points. Miami lead cut to 6. Still here, third quarter in Game 6. Butler back to Hero, gets a wide open look and drills it. 7 assists for Butler, and Hero now with 8 points. And the pass, it was an offensive foul, or did the pass at the baseline? Wait for Mark Davis to make the call.
I think they said the pass hit the baseline.
It's a sense of the pride that comes with wearing the Celtics uniform. We carry that with us as well.
Look at Smart time on the floor.
To win a championship, you got the roster to do it.
Celtics won't go away.
Celtic pride. I don't want to let the history down.
Celtics have some work to do to force that Game 7. Still plenty of time, but Miami with a strong surge here, back up by 8.
But they're going to have to find their defensive game. The Celtics are giving up 53% shooting right now. They've got to start taking things away.
6 on the 24. Dragic spins. Ball's back. Shot misses. Grant Williams the rebound. Tatum dribble it off his foot. That actually is off Dragic's foot. He's saying that's what the Celtics are arguing. The initial call was the other way. Good help from the other official. Clearly off hero.
Did it hit Tatum again?
You might be right. Walker. Shot clock winding down. Walker knocks it down. Kemba Walker with a big three-pointer. His second of the game, and it's back to 5. That's good defense by Hero. Just better offense by Walker. Tyler Hero. Wild pass finds its way to Iguodala. Back up top to Dragic. Dragic the drive. Dragic the finish. 11.7 assists for Goran Dragic. And both teams, coach, got to do a better job containing the dribble. Too many direct line drives. Marcus Smart standing still. Can't hit the 3. Rebound Jaylen Brown. Back up and in. 86-81 as we wind down the third quarter.
But look at the space between the defender a lot of times and the ball. You got to get into the ball right now.
Dragic strides inside, misses. Williams the rebound. Dragic thought he was fouled. Jaylen Brown head down to the rim. Layup, count it, and one. Chance for a three-point play as the lead is cut to 3.
He is so good in transition. Kemba Walker throw it ahead. Jaylen Brown get a head of steam going to your right hand. The strength to be able to absorb some contact and finish through the contact with a three-point play opportunity.
Another efficient game coming in. He's been shooting 55% from the field in this series, 52% from 3, while averaging almost 23 a game. He's got 18 so far tonight, and the lead is cut to 2. That's why you could have just left it at he's so good, not just in transition. He's a heck of a basketball player. Hero stripped and stolen by Smart. Smart down the other end, throws it down, and the game is tied.
But that's the ball pressure that they have to have. That's a great tone setter by Smart.
Not a lot of turnovers in this game. Each team with 8. Marcus Smart is guarding Adebayo, trying to front him in the post. Now Dragic on the drive. Keeps his dribble alive, reverse, banks it home. So crafty. There's about a 2-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Tatum. Hayward, three-pointer, off the mark. Dragic has time. Dragic drives and did not get it off in time. Trying to get all the way to the rim, but the third quarter comes to an end. Boston Celtics 86. Back and forth they go. Goran Dragic, the veteran point guard. 13 more points. We head to the fourth quarter of Game 6. The Heat clinging to a 2-point lead.
Copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
There's so many things that we need to change. For me, if there was one, it's voting. There's a lot of people who grow up in the inner city, they don't believe that they vote count, so they don't even go.
No, where I'm from, nobody talks about voting. In school, they're not telling us to go out and vote, you know?
You have some people who say, look, my vote doesn't count. It's important
Because if you feel like that, a few of your homies might feel like that, right? So then that's 20 of y'all that feel like that. And then if they spread that same feeling to their family members, that's a few hundred.
Our ancestors fought really hard for us to be able to vote as Black people. Go and research and make a choice for yourself.
It is the most important part of our democratic process.
We're in a time where we need to use our voice.
I'm going to challenge all my NBA guys, other sports guys. Let's try to get our entire teams registered to vote.
My dad was born and raised in Haiti, and as he grew up out there, they had a dictator. But to be raised with that perspective and to understand and appreciate what it means to have a vote and to be a part of a democracy where your opinion matters is taken for granted, I think, a lot.
We want change. We ask for change in our communities. And we want the people in our communities to know if we want change, we have to make it ourselves.
We've got a lot of problems. With all those things to fix, I don't think we can fix any of them unless we do this. No vote, no country.
Be a part of the change. Just vote.
Vote.
Welcome back to the Eastern Conference Finals, presented by AT&T 5G. I'm here with Heat coach Eric Spoelstra. Eric, you guys had a chunky lead there at one point. Boston has eaten into it. Boston came out like a house of fire in the last game when they were threatened. What do you expect from them, and what do you have to face in this fourth quarter?
I mean, this is what everybody wants right now. This is great competition. This is both teams, center of the ring. This is what it's all about.
Andre Iguodala is 36 years old. He's playing right now like he's 26 years old. What are you getting from him?
Everything. I mean, he's got such a championship pedigree. We just need a great quarter right here.
Thanks so much, Eric.
Okay, thank you, Rachel.
Back to you, Mike.
All right, Rachel. Butler misses the first shot for Miami. Walker hits the first shot for Boston, and we're tied again. Andre Iguodala, the 36-year-old, off the bench, 5 for 5 from the field, the 4 3-pointers.
One thing if I was Miami, I'd be worried about right now. Kemba Walker has a bounce to his game on the offensive end, and he's a guy that can heat up and really affect the game.
Stolen by Brown. Jaylen Brown ahead of the pack and throws it down, and Boston regains the lead. And Brown slow to get up. He's not putting any pressure on his left foot. He's hobbling in the backcourt now, puts a little pressure on him. But a real limp. He's yelling at Mark Davis. He thought there should have been a foul. Never made it past the opposite free throw line. And now the Celtics are going to have to call a timeout.
He did get clipped by Jimmy Butler. But I'm not sure Mark Davis should have been the one to see that.
We'll take a timeout as they check on Brown.
Go, baby. Yes, sir. Ah! Come on. Do your thing, boy. Come on. Right here with you. Come on, Black. Come on. I see yours. You might have to take it. I see it. Get out, get out, get out. I got it. Let's go! Get a stop. Right, get a stop right here. Get a stop, Black. Get a stop! That a baby JB. Come on, Black. Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Big time, come on! Press that, press it, press it, press it. By yourself, D. Up a little bit, up, D, up, D, up, D. That a baby, just do. By yourself. By yourself. You gotta.
Tatum and Brown have been exploding left and right. They have played exceptional basketball.
Well, they've turned into the foundation players.
Jalen told me the best is still yet to come.
The tandem of Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. Guided by Goodyear when the game is on the line. What moves you, Goodyear? More driven. Jalen Brown shaking up on last drive after the steal, and you can see Jimmy Butler right into him. Knocked him a bit off balance when he was up in the air. Brown took a while to get up.
Well, it changes games. So instead of giving a three-point play opportunity, they gave up a bucket at the other end and had to take a timeout.
See them working on him during the timeout. Good news for the Celtics is that Brown remains in the game.
And I was wrong. I said that I didn't think Mark Davis was in good position to call that. Actually, he was.
Marcus Smart in good position for baseline jumper. And Smart, his third 20-point game of the series. Celtics up by 2. And
To go to a game 7, one thing that he's got to talk about moving forward, they've got to be better. They've given up too many opportunities to this Celtic team that they took away early this series.
5 on the 24. Adebayo stripped by Williams. Tatum saves it. But Tatum, when he touched it, it hit the baseline, so it's still going to be Miami ball.
And there's 2 seconds. Shot clock also, Mike.
Yep, the Celtics never had possession. Well, his foot was on the line, so they've got 2.5 to shoot. The Heat do. No change of possession.
And Grant Williams, his insertion, he hasn't really done anything of note except he's allowed them defensively to be a little bit better.
And a loose ball foul going to go against Butler, reaching over Marcus Smart. Smart's made some really good plays. The intangibles that he's known for.
I wasn't wrong, but I wasn't right either.
Tatum, it's the first WNBA playoffs continue Tuesday. We'll have Game 5 between the Aces to decide who will advance to the WNBA Finals. Face the Seattle Storm. Game time and which network to be determined. It'll be on Tuesday. And Tatum hits the free throw. This is actually the of the game for the Celtics. Largest lead for Boston, or Miami that is 9. So no double-figure lead so far tonight. Butler, too hard off the glass. Mark Mark the rebound.
Again, Grant Williams has been terrific defensively.
Walker. The Heat have won the close games in the series. The Celtics have had trouble closing out the close games. Right now they lead by 4. Jaylen Brown takes it away from Hero. Brown against Butler again. This time lays it up and in. And it's a 6-point Celtic lead.
But, Coach, you make a great point about Grant Williams. His impact is almost like what P.J. Tucker does for the Houston Rockets. The ability to switch, the ability to play small, and just does everything on the defensive end.
He's up their whole intensity level. He, Smart, and Jaylen Brown have been so good defensively. Again, Jaylen Brown's ball pressure, flicks at it, strips Hero, and this time another easy finish for him. Tatum senses it.
Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline, hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop.
Today, I'm going to do this real time. So you haven't got this covered. It's good for you guys to concentrate. Listen.
Culture is huge. It just comes down to developing winning habits. It's something we've been working on all year since the start of training camp. So what you're seeing now is just kind of all those habits coming together on this day.
I love this team, my teammates, how hard they play.
The Heat play a lot of guys. That's been the major success story for this Miami team because you don't have to rely on a Jimmy Butler night in and night out.
What's up, boy?
We just got a bunch of guys that don't care about stats, don't care about any of that stuff, just care about winning.
You just can't say enough about Pat. Has done it.
Here's tonight's Oculus front row view. Mark.
Talked about that ball pressure that we needed to see from the Celtics. Marcus Smart with the strip of Hero. Again, forcing turnovers. Jaylen Brown with the finish. Gets clipped, doesn't get the call. And then another strip. Finishing at the hoop. Excellent offense, but it's on the defensive end for the Celtics.
They have been one of the, if not the top defensive team much of this season. Regular season and playoffs.
They are a plus 14 since Grant Williams came in.
The one thing I said, Jimmy Butler had to be aggressive and don't take off possession. He's 0 for his last and has not scored his second half.
It's down against Smart, blocked but a foul. Smart picks up second personal. Butler, a big part of his offense is getting to the free throw line. It's only been there once so far tonight. And lost the ball.
They're going to say kick ball and give the Celtics back the possession.
It's where you got to hurt the zone too on the offensive board, particularly since Miami plays their less athletic people in the back line.
Kemba Walker off the mark. Butler the rebound. Butler back to Bam Adebayo. Robinson fakes, now drives. Tyler Hero good for three. It's good. Tyler Hero from downtown, his first pointer of the night, and the Heat back within two.
Great job of moving into the vision of the passer. Jalen Brown lost him defending him.
Smart pull-up jumper. Adebayo with his 10th rebound, 24 and 10 for Adebayo. Hero on the pull-up. Again, Tyler Hero. Back-to-back jumpers, and the game is tied.
And he had really struggled with the ball pressure, 4 turnovers, a couple of them leading right to direct line layups. But response by him.
Brown misses. Duncan Robinson the rebound. Hero, he wants the ball. And that 37-point game in game 4. Jimmy Butler looking for him. Hero on the drive. Off balance shot off the front of the rim. Here comes Tatum. Hands off. We'll keep it as he brings it in the front court. Walker the drive. Shot won't go, but a foul. And Walker will shoot 2 free throws with 6:53 remaining.
But we've seen this movie before. Tyler Hero being aggressive, playing with extreme confidence, and knocking down big-time shots, giving his a lot of light down the stretch of this ball.
What makes him so difficult? Obviously, he has 3-point range. Can get it off the dribble in the paint. Mid-range jumper, can get to the free throw line.
But also, Mike, the ability to move quickly.
Bam Adebayo, the Miami Heat back up.
Point center.
Tatum for 3. It's good. Jason Tatum from way downtown. Nothing lead. Tatum with 22. And Deuce can care less right now. Adebayo, count it, and 1 off the dribble. Knocks down the mid-range shot. It's for a 3-point play.
He has taken over this game. I'm Brad Stevens. I really would make a move back into this ball game. The way he defended, the way he has to stay in. There's too much pressure on Tice.
Well, the thing, too, is I don't care who guards him. he's a right-handed player who wants to drive left.
Muted. Tatum fakes, drives, scoop layup. Sweet move from Jason Tatum. Adebayo again brings it up the floor. It's in the paint, shot won't go. And a whistle on a foul. Here, Tice upset. And Tice is fouled out.
Number 27.
Grant Williams will come in.
That's his 6th and final foul.